Hey guys, Cindy Williams here, the Wanderlust CEO. I have my good friend and client, Michelle Rubin, here from Adventure Mentality, who just graduated Cruise on Vacation a few months ago. Michelle, how are you?
I'm
I have
doing
all the
great,
confetti ready
Cindy.
queued up for you. How are you feeling? Are you excited to share your story today?
Yes, very excited.
Awesome. Well, I love it. Well, tell everybody a little bit about where your business was before taking Cruise on Vacation and where you are now.
So it was non-existent. I had never had any desire to have my own business. It scared me like a lot.
Yeah.
So um, I knew that I wanted to do something with travel. And so I was talking with my dad, and he was like, "Well, start a YouTube channel and like just document your travels," because I was traveling a lot. And so I started my YouTube channel, and then I started seeing all of the Cindy Williams stuff pop up. And so I was just like, it kind of like got me into the mindset of where I thought I could have a business. And it still kind of scared me, but I was just like, well, maybe I can do this. And so I started watching her stuff, and we had a call, and I wasn't ready, but I joined the Facebook group, and I started seeing Brandon's Mindset Monday stuff. And like that just magnetized me. And I was like drawn in. I was just like, I need more of this mindset stuff. Um, and so I actually did some stuff with Brandon and started coaching with Brandon before I had my second call. And then that's when I started COV. So it was a several month process before I even started.
I love that.
But
And I love that you brought up the fear of having your own business, right? Because some people are like, oh, I'll be a travel agent for someone else, right? Or like that feels more like not so hard. The reality is it's the same job, right? So you either collect, you either do it on your own terms or you can work for others and hey, listen, we can support you either way. But it does feel big. I remember when I started my first business and it was kind of the same thing. It was like, oh, this feels it's like a lot. It's heavy. It's so.
right.
Thank you for bringing that up. That doesn't come up a lot on these calls, but this is one of those things where I'm glad that you did some of that prep work because going in, we give you all the ABCs, the one, two, threes, and that part's taken care of. But you do want to have, and that's why mindset work is so big in our program. We'll talk about that in a second. But tell everybody, what have been your biggest wins or celebrations since taking careers on vacation?
I think mostly just confidence that I can do it, and just I have booked some travel. I have booked some non-family friend clients. Um, and so I'm doing the thing, and it's
You have a
like
real
I
business
have
now.
like
It's real.
yes,
Yeah,
it's
the
been a
minute you
process
start
to
booking
be
for people
like
who aren't friends and family, you're like, this is
right,
official, right?
right, and like it's been a process to where I was like, well, I can do this as a hobby, and then I was
Mm,
like, I really want it to be a business. I don't want to think of it as a hobby. And so that process has been. I'm to a point where I'm like, it is a business, and I can
yeah.
do this full time, and so it's getting there.
That's so exciting. What a good segue to having done YouTube a little bit before. Like you were already documenting your travel adventures. You're already out in the world traveling. Like why not monetize that process if it's something that you love to do anyway? I love it. So you mentioned mindset, and for those of you maybe you've watched 100 videos like I'm sure Michelle did, or maybe this is your first one. Either way, one of the things you should know about Careers on Vacation is we do have mindset work integrated through our entire program because it does feel like a lot to start your own business. It is a shift in like how to run your business in a mindful, targeted, laser focused way and getting you into the headspace of doing that. I learned because I've been training travel agents for nearly 30 years now. If I could change the way people think about what they're capable of, they would succeed at higher levels, right? So that's why it's always been a cornerstone in our program. And Michelle's done a few things with our company, not just Careers on Vacation. But Michelle, talk to us about how the mindset work impacted you in Careers on Vacation or in any of the interactions you've had with our company in either your life or business.
So the mindset has been monumental for me, and then I've been kind of on like a mindset journey for several years, and I was in a place where I needed to progress, and I couldn't progress by myself, and so
Yeah.
the mindset work made it so that I was able to even think about having my own business.
Mm.
Like it opened up the way for me to be able to even think about having that. And like to be able to think about investing money in myself. And so it kind of like that has been monumental in everything that I have done in the past year. And like being able to even want to go to Gold Digger retreat or even want to do the Wanderlust influencer and wanting to improve and to go to the next level and to believe that I can go to the next level. And also, but also believing that like I am doing my best
Yeah.
and that I'm at my best right now and it's okay to want to go to the next level. It's not me. It doesn't mean that I'm not doing anything right now. It's that I'm doing my best right now and that I can progress to the next level.
I
So like
love
that
that.
has just been monumental for me.
Yeah, and making that shift, right? Like where it's not, when you invest in yourself and your business, like like I won't say a normal, but like a typical person who's had businesses, right? It's more
Yeah.
of, it's not even a question for them. It's like, I need this thing, I need to fix it, get this thing, and whatever. And so
Right.
many of us that are new business owners or in that space, it's like, oh wow, this feels big. It feels like, can I really do this? And having that shift in perspective that it is not like buying a purse or a pair of fancy shoes or even a nice car, right? Like our program's not as much as a car, so don't light me up in the comments. But point is the fact that like if you need that help and that transformation as an entrepreneur, it doesn't matter if it's my program or something else that you need, but it's kind of like it's a business decision if it's something that's going to help you get to that next level. And in how you're showing up in those spaces, it becomes, you start thinking about it like a real business instead of a hobby, right? Like I feel like that shift is really big. It's so funny you were saying like doing that deep work. I was in Florida over the weekend and I found an old journal in our Florida house, and I was like, oh my gosh, same thing. This was like from 10 years ago. And I was writing out kind of the same journey we take you guys on. I had written out what became the foundation for what is Careers on Vacation now. Like, what do I want to do? And like, how do I want to serve the world? And like, can I do, I can do these, but like just all of like that busy work that you have to do to get your mind ready. And I found that and I was like, oh my gosh, this is such a treasure because this is like the origin story. It was like the seed that I planted way back when, right? Like one of my favorite quotes is, sometimes when you feel like you've been buried, you've been planted. And I don't know who said it, but I love that because it's one of those things where, like you said, I had to like build up to it. And so that, I think that that's such a, and you can't skip it. Like you can't skip that part of the journey. So I think that that's amazing. I love that. So
One other big win I will say too is that it just popped in my mind is that I have kind of switched from, and it goes on with mindset too, just being a social media creator instead of a consumer.
yes, we say
I
that in the
was big
program all the
time
time.
consumer,
Yes.
big time consumer, and now I have switched to being able to be creator. And I still consume some, but it's like I don't go for it to consume it as much. And so that is a
Yes.
huge win.
I am on a mission to remind people of that because, like, let's say I'm talking to you, viewer, now. Me and Michelle are talking to you. You're out there watching all of the things. You're scrolling, you're doing all the things. What we teach you in Careers on Vacation is how to be a creator and a consumer and how to monetize that creation process. You create content, aka marketing, right? That then creates leads, and then you have lead flow, and then you're booking people through your business. So Michelle had that switch, which I thought was great, and her content is so fun. If you're not already following what she's doing, she is doing phenomenal. And it was a process, right? Because you had to, again, a lot of us are like, oh, I gotta, in my case, for example, I'm celebrating 48 years young in a few weeks. But the point is, if I can do it, you guys, I promise we can teach you guys how to be a creator for the purpose of like growing your business, right? And yeah, so it's been a beautiful journey to watch you go through that, Michelle, and see all the progress. I was laughing so hard at some of your reels and TikToks that you made during our recent Gold Digger retreat, which Michelle was at too, in our continuing education that we do. So it was raining and anyway, you gotta go check out her stuff. It's so
Yeah,
fun.
go watch it. They're
Let's
fun.
go watch it. It's so cool. But the other thing I wanted to chat about is you have this unique perspective now, and sometimes I'm on the other side, just training every day, helping people every day. That's where my lane is. That's where my brain is. So I love to ask the question of, now that you've been behind the curtain, you know our team, you know how we support you, you know what the process is like to go through this 12-week mastermind that is part how to be the best travel agent you can be, but most importantly, how to get your business online, operational, and do all those pieces. For those people that are out there and they're kind of like on the fence, or they're not sure if this is the thing for them, how would you explain the Careers on Vacation process, or share something that maybe sometimes we forget to share? Like, what would you like to share on that whole end to that person watching the video who was like you a few months ago?
Oh, so the first step is just do it. To just financially figure out how you can like get the funds to do the program
Yep.
and then do it. Because the waiting and, well, should I do it or should I not do it? That if you wait around, like, you're never going to do it. So starting is the big thing.
Yeah.
And then I felt like I was really slow going through the modules. So I started in December, so I had an extra month because um, when they don't have Cyndi teaching in December, and so I got the extra month with Cyndi, and then I even added a month on, and I still didn't have all the modules. I still hadn't gone through all the modules until May,
Yeah.
so it was like several months, and I kind of felt like I was like behind and all this other stuff. And so my thing is like, take it as you can take it. Even like when you're done with the Careers on Vacation program and you get moved to the grad program, there are still people who are in your same boat, who are in your same like kind of like graduation
Like in your
time
class time frame.
in
Yep, yep,
class.
yep.
And so when you have those questions and you're still getting stuff from the experts, and you're getting things and help from the more experienced travel agents and who have been a lot longer. And so just do it and keep at it and ask for help when you need it. And if you don't know what to ask, that's fine. You'll understand and have questions later that you can ask whenever you need. So
Yep.
that's what I love about this program, is that you're not just like educating and saying, see you later, have fun
Yeah.
on your journey. It's like you give us this community where we can learn from each other, and we can always ask questions, and we can watch and see, like, have these people that we look up to and want to kind of emulate in our businesses. Because when we're just starting out, some people just don't really know even where they're going. And so it's good to be able to see different people from different locations, different walks of life, and just everybody all together. So that is, and also having access to the experts, mindset,
Yes.
branding,
It's not
Facebook,
just Cyndi. A lot of
all
people
of
sign up
them.
and they think it's I'm going to be
Like,
talking to them for 12 weeks, which I do. But there's so like that's the people we're really trying to do a better job of like letting everyone know about, like, no, you get to work with my team that
yeah,
made that did we're going to teach you what I did with my business, right? But I love what
like
you said
specific
about
questions that you have about different things. Like, you can
yes.
bring those to the people who are experts in those fields
Yep.
and help you.
That's so true, because if someone tells you they're an expert in everything, I promise you they're an expert in nothing. So it's like I've been doing this nearly 30 years now, and the reason our program is so successful and why we have so many results, I feel, is that benefit that we do hire and keep on staff these experts that you guys can plug into, right? If you had to know everything there is to know about Meta and everything there is to know to be about a travel agent, all these different pieces, It's way smarter to be able to take a program like this because let me tell you, the payroll is really high on keeping all those people on staff. But because of the mastermind format, you can plug into the best in those areas, learn what you need to learn, and then, like you said, emulate that in your own business and going forward. But I wanted to circle back.
It's not just in the mastermind group. It's like it's in the grad group too.
Yeah.
So that's like when I was moving into the grad group, I was like nervous because I'm just like, I'm not going to have all the help that I need. And Jamie told me, she's like, no, you can just tag people in the grad group too. It's the same thing. I was like, oh, yes.
Good. Well, and that's the other thing too in the grad group, like we're known for coaching, curriculum, and community. In the grad group, that's that collective audience of everyone using our processes. So there's people that are 5 years ahead of you that have been using the processes successfully, and then being able to plug into that network is powerful because let's face it, being a travel agent in today's how it's set up, you are at home by yourself 99.9% of the time unless you're out in the world traveling or you're at a live workshop, which doesn't happen that often, right? So versus being in a silo, feeling frustrated, not know what to do, and whatever those pieces are, you can plug into that community that's so positive, and we've really tried to grow that over time in a very mindful way. So thank you for bringing that up. I love that. I did want to circle back just a second because you talked about it being self-paced, and you know from being in the program, we have grads who have full-time jobs. We have students who have 3 kids like I do. We have busy moms, busy dads, busy everybody, part-time jobs, full-time jobs. People can do this program in their own time. Yes, we have live calls, but if you can't make the live call, then you're going to get a replay at the end of the week. And there's that, we have support system that can kind of help people along the way. But as you said, we don't talk about our extensions a ton, but you do have the option if you need to add on like 1 extra month or something like that because you're still in that learning phase. And what I loved about Michelle is she was very meticulous going through the program. Some people can go through it really fast and implement, and some people have the luxury of more time. But I love a student who actually goes line by line and like implements every single thing. And it shows in the results, right? But the other beautiful thing is, as Michelle knows, our curriculum doesn't go anywhere when you're done. You still have access to that. And this is something that is so unique in the industry is you get to keep the program, but you don't just keep it. We update this program all the time. Like even when Michelle was in the program, we're like, meta updates, Instagram updates, these updates, we're constant. We have a whole curriculum team that is keeping that stuff updated. So while it is not a promised part of the program, it's kind of like one of those sneaky perks we don't even tell you about. But as long as I run this program, why wouldn't I give all of my graduates that trusted us the updated stuff? Because let's face it, stuff changes a lot as you guys get out there in the world. So I love that you brought that up. But guys, if you want to find out a little bit more about Careers on Vacation, go over and visit us at careersonvacation.com. And what I really recommend is you schedule a discovery call. I'm going to pop the link up on the screen there. But this is a little behind the scenes of our membership site that you get access to, and you get to work with our amazing team. Yes, you get Cyndi, but you get to also work with my amazing team, and we're all going to help you get to where you want to be. And another thing we're really proud of is we are an ASTA affiliated travel school, and we have more video case studies than any program out there in the industry, which is so exciting. So Michelle, last question. Would you recommend Careers on Vacation, but why, to someone who's considering becoming a travel agent or starting a travel business?
Definitely recommend, but why is just because you get the community and the continuing education. It's not just a one-time course and you're done and on your own. It really is building with you and continuing with you through your whole journey.
I love that. Well, Michelle, thank you for sharing your story today. I'm going to give you some more confetti.
Yeah.
I'm so excited to see. I can't wait to see your TikTok, and your Reels is already exploding, but I'm watching you over there. I'm following you over there. Everyone should go follow you too. And I cannot wait to see how your business just blossoms, and we'll see you over in the grad group or out at a workshop or wherever you want to come see us next. Michelle, thanks for being with us today. And everybody else, I'll drop the links down below. Bye, guys.
Bye.
guys, Cindy Williams here. If you like that last video, make sure you check out all of the other content on our channel. And if you want to follow along and travel with me around the world and see how I run my amazing travel brands and get some great tips on how to grow your own, make sure you check out that other content. I'm going to drop a couple videos here. Click those links. I'll see you next time. Bye, guys.